guys, sorry to cut into the video here. We'll be back to the review here shortly, but just wanted to take a note here or take a minute here and thank you all for subscribing to the channel and liking the content so far. We are on a push right now to get 100 subscribers, and at 100 subscribers, I have a very special review for you. It is a My Father Le Bejoy 1922 100 Años. This is the cigar that they released last year, a limited release cigar for Mr. Pepin Jose Garcia. His father would have been 100 years old last year, so they put this out in honor or commemorate of him. And we really like to review this cigar for you, so please hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you here. Today's review, we got the San Cristobal Quintessence. This is a very unique cigar brand as itself. The San Cristobal brand, if you don't know, was created by Ashton and my father. Both families came together to create this. My father wanted to expand to do more Nicaraguan cigars, and Ashton just wanted a little something different. Both of them bonded over the fact that the fathers and sons were both in the cigar industry and helping out with their family practices. Again, Ashton owns the company. They own San Cristobal, but my father actually blends these cigars for them. So very interesting with this brand. Just two powerhouse cigar companies coming together to create a cigar. It's very nice. The wrapper here is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan fillers. The wrapper here, I already have a couple nicks in the wrapper, especially under the band here. Looks like there's a couple nicks as well. But I bought this at a brick and mortar, and I think I just picked the wrong one off the shelf because it's got a couple cracks. Maybe it's been sitting on the shelf for a little while. But gonna go ahead and smoke it anyways. The roll here is really nice, a good firm spring, so I don't think that these cracks are really gonna hurt us too much throughout the cigar. I did go ahead and pre-cut this before the video just in case this crack right here got any larger, which it got a little bit, but did not go up into the cap, so it's smokable as of right now. We'll see how upset it makes me towards the end, but maybe I'll show you a cool trick on how I fixed the wrappers there. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway, moving on into the cigar here. Got a lot of good looking veins here on the wrapper. They protrude just a little bit, but good, firm, or nice even roll, I should say. The aroma here on the body is very mellow. Maybe a powdered chocolate. Yeah, powdered chocolate there, or even a chocolate that's just super, super mellow. Oh, wow. The toe is really nice. There's a very nice amount of honey and a little bit of black or red pepper and a little bit of hay. Very nice. Again, I already cut this, so I'm going to go ahead and take my pre-light draws here. Wow. Got a little bit of citrus right away. A lot of citrus, pepper, chocolate, and honey as well. I mean, those were very rich. Yeah, those four are what I'm getting there. All right, so this wrapper's already starting to upset me here in the pre-light draw. So before I even get into it and start getting wrapper all over my lips and start busting out the binder, I'm gonna break out my little lip care, or this is just lip balm that I got at Rite Aid. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it under the leaf. Directly onto the binder. And then you kind of use it like it were tree wax to put the bands and cigars on, or the wrapper leaves. So just touching up the outside of it with a little bit as well. Just go ahead and rub it in with my finger. And that should hold for a little bit, at least till we get down to about the halfway point, and then I'm probably gonna have to reapply some again. I mean, very, very large crack. I don't know if you can tell now that I've applied that lip balm to it, but it's there, very, very much there. But that's gonna just be a quick fix for you, rather than kind of licking it all over, and especially if you're at a cigar bar, you're looking like a loser, licking the cigar up and down. This is just a nice quick fix, get you maybe half a cigar smoked, and then maybe touch it up some more. But again, that lip balm, little insider tip there for you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and light her up. So far, getting some really nice black pepper spice, good amount of chocolate, even a little bit of coffee, possibly espresso in there. Very good initial opening notes here. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this down until get towards the end of the final, or the first third here, and then catch you back up with my thoughts there on the first third. Quick note for the lip balm, I typically use something that is unflavored, because if you're going to put it around the cap here, you don't want something lip balm flavored, because your lips are going to be touching this, and you will get whatever cherry or whatever that lip balm you put on there, you'll get that taste out in the cigar, and it will ruin your experience. So use something that is unflavored. But I'm going to catch you back up here, and we'll see you here shortly. Bringing you back in here at about the end of the first third. Ash just fell off right before I came back in, or cut back in for videoing, which stinks, but it was a really nice white ash. Really looked good on this cigar. Very solid as well. Just happened to fall off. And also the char line is just becoming slightly wavy now. The first third's flavor profile, there's a spicy red pepper in there, a nice cedar, as well as some espresso, and a creaminess that would be found in a cappuccino. Very nice. There's that espresso is a little bitter, and the cedar's a little dry, but the balance is still there. Very rich in flavor, great complexity here, and very, very smooth. Probably a mild to medium start here as far as the strength, but all in all, pretty good smoke so far. Our wrapper, the lip balm that we put on it earlier, is still holding up pretty well there. Just getting slightly dry on one of the areas, one of the corners. And then there's an area, a new area that has popped open over here. So maybe shortly I will go ahead and touch those up with the lip balm, but they're not really coming into effect so far with my smoking. So all in all, the lip balm is working perfectly so far. Hopefully we can get down to about the final third before we have to touch it up. Gonna go ahead though and smoke this down to about the halfway point and take off the band here shortly, and then catch you back up with my thoughts on the second third. Bringing you back in at about the halfway point in this cigar. The flavor profile here is really nice. You get a red and black pepper, very spicy with a nice little bite to it. There's a little bit of nuttiness in here as well. Not 100% sure what that flavor is. Cedar in here as well. Honey, very nice honey. And then a little bit of citrus as well. It's very nice. A nice little change up here from that first third. A little bit of espresso here, or coffee bean. I would rather say coffee bean rather than espresso as well. But the cream note has gone out. But really smooth, very intricate, very rich in flavor, and I think the balance is back to being at its most harmonious. 5 out of 5 on the balance rather than the first third. It was a little bit, the flavors are a little bit off. They kind of showed some extremes on the flavors. Rather here, it's a lot more balanced. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually, construction-wise, the char line has been very even here. Good solid ash. The ash fell off right before, again, as we came back in here to film. And then the wrapper leaf, as you can see, has been cracked, but down where we did our repair down here, it's still holding up pretty well. It's sticking nicely to the bottom there, so I think we should be able to get down and smoke this to its final end without the cap breaking for us. So that's nice on this broken wrapper cigar, how we were able to fix it with the lip balm there. That way, even with all this wrapper breakage and everything, the cigar is still burning perfectly, got good ideal draw, and it's got a good solid ash. So that little lip balm just saved us a lot right there. Go ahead and smoke this down into the final third, and then I'm going to catch you up with my final thoughts on the cigar as a whole and the final third. Catch you back here shortly. Bringing you back in for the final third. The flavor profile here in the final third switches up just a little bit. We get the black pepper rather than just the red and black or the red. It's just the black here. Still have the cedar that we've had in all three notes now, or all three profiles now. Espresso now as well. The espresso is coming back into play, that is. A little bit of fruit sweetness as well, and cappuccino cream to top it off. Really the finish and the richness of flavor throughout this entire cigar have been fantastic. I'll come back to the finish in a minute, but richness of flavors has been great. Great balance here as well. Good complexity. I think here on the final third, it has been just a tad bit coarse. Just not the smoothest that the cigar has been, or a cigar can be. Just a tad bit coarse there. A medium to full finish here on the strength. I think that middle third, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it was a medium strength there in that middle or second third, and a medium to full strength here on the finish. Really a great cigar. Pair this thing with an espresso or a cappuccino would be perfect. But as far as the overall cigar goes, the finish, like I mentioned earlier, the finish throughout this whole cigar has been extremely rich and long. It's been really, really, really good. 5 out of 5 there on the finish, just fantastic. Evolution of the cigar, that's kind of where the knock is. It uses a lot of the same flavors throughout the profiles. It does switch up rather nicely throughout, with that cedar is the only note that sticks throughout the whole cigar. So really not a big knock here. 4 out of 5 on the evolution. It was elaborate, but again, it does use some of the same flavors throughout the profile. 67 out of 70 there on the tasting score, a fantastic score there. Pre-light, we had a 10 out of 10. I didn't deduct for the cracked wrapper because that was a issue in the humidor or a traveling issue. I didn't pick out a good cigar out of the humidor in the brick and mortar shop, so the wrapper really was not a problem here in the pre-light. Again, the cap never really broke with our trick there with the using the lip balm. The cap never broke. The wrapper stayed nicely together here up in the final third. Heck, I'm going to be able to smoke this down to its nub. 10 out of 10 again, pre-light. Combustion, 8 out of 10. We had kind of like a slightly flaky ash at times, and just a slightly wavy char line. So just an 8 out of 10 there. Again, not knocking the wrapper. Wrapper could have played a role in the flakiness of the ash, but I think it was a little too flaky for just that wrapper to play a role, but it could have been. So that could have been a 9 out of 10 there. Presentation, I really, really like these cigars. I love the band. I love how, big. Look at this thing. It looks great. Anyway, 9 out of 10 on the presentation for me. Giving us a total score of 94 out of 100. A fantastic score for this cigar. Really love the flavors here. I think this would go just perfectly with a cappuccino. I love a cappuccino in the morning, so this might be my new morning cigar. I usually have the La Aroma de Cuba Mi Amor with my cappuccino, as that has a lot of great cappuccino characteristics, as well as the espresso, the cappuccino cream. But this one does very well with that as well, with the espresso and cappuccino cream, with a little bit more peppery notes in there as well. Yeah, so just a very good flavorful cigar all around. If you like the video, go ahead and drop a like down below. Comment any cigars that you'd like to see us review in the future, and maybe any other cigars that you pair with your cappuccinos. Let me know, because I would like to try them for sure. Leave those in the comments, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, the goal right now is to hit 100 subscribers so that we can smoke this My Father Le Bijoy 1922 100 Años. And we'll see you next time here on the Smoke Shack.